Good morning students. I hope you all well at home by the God's grace. In this video class, we are going to revise chapter 1 and practical geometry in chapter 5. Revise everything carefully without missing anything and prepare well for your quarterly exam. Question number 1. Subdivision 1. Minus 40 is divided by dash is equal to 40. To find the answer, let's take the unknown value as x. Minus 40 is divided by x, which is equal to 40, which means minus 40 divided by x is equal to 40. Take cross multiplication. Minus 40 is equal to 40 into x. Divided by 40 on both sides. Minus 40 divided by 40, which is equal to 40 into x divided by 40. Dividing a negative number by a positive number, we get negative number as result. By dividing 40 by 40, we get 1. 40 get cancelled, x is remaining. Therefore, we get x is equal to minus 1. Next, question number 2, subdivision 1. Minus 30 is divided by minus 6 is equal to minus 6. Here we are going to check whether the given question is true or false. For that, let's take the left hand side of the question. Minus 30 is divided by minus 6, which is nothing but minus 30 divided by minus 6. Here we can see that the numerator and the denominator have the same sign. It can be cancelled. So 30 divided by 6. 30 is divided by 6. By dividing 30 by 6, we get 5 6 are 30. Subtracting 30 from 30, we get 0. So the answer is 5. Hence we can see that minus 30 is divided by minus 6 is equal to 5. But in the question they are given the answer as minus 6, which is false. Is 0 is false. In third question, we should find the value for given question. Let's see the question number 3, subdivision 1. Minus 75 divided by 5, which is nothing but minus 75 by 5. Divide 75 by 5. By 5 table, we are going to divide 75. 1 5 is 5. Subtract 5 from 7, we get 2. Bring down 5, we get 25. 5 5 are 25. Subtract 25 from 25, we get 0. The answer is 15. Before that, we have to consider the sign. The numerator has negative and the denominator has positive. So we have to put the negative answer. So minus 15. Hence, minus 75 is divided by 5 is equal to minus 15. Let's see one more question. Subdivision 2. Minus 100 is divided by 20, which is nothing but minus 100 is divided by minus 20. On both numerator and denominator we have the same sign, so we can cancel it. Write 100 divided by 20, 0 0 cancelled, 10 divided by 2, dividing 10 by 2 we get 5. Question number 5. Question number 5. In 8 hours duration with a uniform decrease in temperature, the temperature dropped 24 degrees Celsius. How many degrees did the temperature drop each hour? The total duration given is 8 hours. The total temperature dropped with uniform decrease is 24 degrees Celsius. Here, the word uniform decrease clearly mentions that the temperature drops out equally in each hour. Now let's find the temperature dropped per hour. By given, in 8 hours 24 degrees Celsius is dropped. Divide by 8 on both sides. 8 by 8 hours is equal to 24 divided by 8 degrees Celsius, which is equal to, dividing 8 by 8 is equal to 1. 1 hour is equal to 24 divided by 8. Dividing 24 by 8 we get 3 degrees Celsius. Therefore, in 1 hour 3 degrees Celsius is dropped. Hence the required answer is 3 degrees Celsius. Now question number 7. A person lost 4,800 calories in 30 days. If the calorie loss is uniform, calculate the loss of calorie per day. As I told you in the last question, here also the word uniform clearly mentions that the loss of calorie is being equal in every day. Let's find the answer by given. Loss of calorie in 30 days is equal to 4,800 calories. Divide by 30 on both sides. 30 by 30 day is equal to 4,800 divided by 30 calories. Dividing 30 by 30 we get 1. Therefore 1 day is equal to, here also 0 0 gets cancelled, we get 480 divided by 3. We have to divide 480 by 3 table. Dividing by 3, 1 3 is 3, subtract 3 from 4 we get 1, bring down 80, we get 180, 60 3s are 180, subtracting 180 from 180 we get 0. Therefore the answer is 160 from the quotient. We get 1 day is equal to 160 calories. Hence, he lost 160 calories per day. Next, question number 8. In 8, given that 168 into 32 is equal to 5,376, then find minus 5,376 divided by minus 32. Given 168 into 32 is equal to 5,376. dividing by 32 on both the sides. We get 168 into 32 divided by 32, which is equal to 5376 divided by 32. 32 get cancelled. 168 is equal to 5376 by 32. Can be written as 5376 divided by 32 is equal to 168. To find minus 5376 divided by minus 32, divide minus 5376 by minus 32. We can find that on both numerator and denominator minus is there. Therefore, minus can be cancelled. We get 5376 divided by 32, which is equal to 168 as by the given result. Hence, minus 5376 divided by minus 32 is equal to 168. The product of two integers is minus 156. If one number is 12, find the other integer. To find the other number, we are going to take two numbers at random. Let it be x and y. And the given number be x. That is, x is equal to 12. By given, the product of two numbers is equal to minus 156. That is, x into y is equal to minus 156. We know that the value of x is equal to 12. So, using the value of x here, 12 into y is equal to minus 156. Divide by 12 on both the sides to cancel 12 in left side. By cancelling 12 on both numerator and denominator, we get y is equal to minus 156 divided by 12. Here we can see that the numerator has negative number and the denominator has positive number. By dividing a negative number by a positive number, we get the negative number as result. Now let's divide 156 by 12. By 12 table, we are going to divide 156. 1 12 is 12. By subtracting 12 from 15 we get 3. Bring down 6. We get 36. In 36, 3 times 12 is there. 3 12s are 36. When we subtract 36 from 36, we get 0. And see the quotient what we got there, 13. So 13 is the answer. One night in Kashmir, temperature is minus 5 degrees Celsius. Next day the temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. What is the increase in temperature? Increase in temperature is nothing but the difference between the temperatures, which means we should subtract the temperature of first day from the temperature of the next day. Therefore, the increase in temperature is equal to 9 degrees Celsius minus of minus 5 degrees Celsius. Minus of minus means minus into minus, which is equal to plus. So we need to add 9 degrees Celsius with 5 degrees Celsius. When we add 9 with 5, we get 14 degrees Celsius. Hence, the difference in temperature is equal to 14 degrees Celsius, which is the required answer. Now let's see question number 3. Scientists use the Kelvin scale as an alternative temperature scale to degrees Celsius. By the relation T degrees Celsius is equal to T plus 273 Kelvin, convert the following to Kelvin. Let's see the answer for the question. Let's take the given temperature T is equal to minus 275. By the given relation T degrees Celsius is equal to T plus 273 Kelvin. Taking T as minus 275 degrees Celsius, we get the relation as minus 275 degrees Celsius is equal to minus 275 plus 273 Kelvin, which is nothing else a simple subtraction. We have to subtract 275 from 273. By using the value of T in the given relation, we get minus 275 degrees Celsius is equal to minus 275 plus 273 Kelvin, which is equal to minus 2 Kelvin, and which is the required answer for the given question. By using this method, we can easily convert the temperature from Celsius to Kelvin. Let's move on to the question number 6. Add 2 to me, then multiply by 5 and subtract 10 and divide new by 4 and I will give you 15. Who am I? Let's do the answer for that question. Let us take the unknown value as x. According to the problem, we have to add 2 with the unknown number and multiply by 5 and then subtract 10 from that. And finally, we should divide the new number by 4, which will give you the answer as 15. By the first statement, we should add 2 with the unknown number. With that answer, we should multiply by 5 and subtract 10 from that answer. And to cancel 4, we have to multiply by 4 on both the sides. Then we get the result as x plus 2 into 5 minus 10, which is equal to 60. By using the basic operations like addition and multiplication, we can reduce it to x plus 2 into 5. To cancel 5, divide by 5 on both the sides. Then we'll get x plus 2 into 5 divided by 5 is equal to 70 divided by 5. And subtracting by 2 on both the sides, we get x is equal to 12. Let's see how I divide 70 by 5. Dividing 70 by 5, 1 5 is 5, subtract 5 from 7, we get 2, break down 0, we get as 20, 4 5s are there in 20, so 75 by 5 is equal to 14. Next, let's see the question number 7. Kamachi, a fruit vendor, sells 30 apples and 50 pomegranates. If she makes a profit of rupees 8 per apple and loss rupees 5 per pomegranate, what will be her overall profit or loss? Let's see how to solve this problem. Number of apples Kamachi sold is equal to 30. Profit per apple is rupees 8. Therefore, profit for 30 apples is equal to 30 into 8, which is equal to rupees 240. To get the total profit of 30 apples, we should multiply 30 by 8. So 30 into 8 is equal to 240. So the net profit for 30 apples is equal to rupees 240. Now we need to find the total loss on selling 50 pomegranates. To get the loss amount, we should multiply 50 by 5. Here this minus indicates the loss on selling pomegranates. Hence the total loss amount is equal to rupees 250. To get the overall profit or loss, we should add the profit and the loss together. Here we could find that when we add minus 250 plus 240, we get minus 10. Here this minus indicates loss on selling. Hence there is a loss rupees 10 on selling the fruits. Next, let's move to the next question. Question number 8. During a drought, the water level in a dam fell 3 inches per week for 6 consecutive weeks. What was the change in the water level in the dam at the end of this period? Let's see how to solve this problem. Water level fall per week is equal to minus 3 inches. It's been equally reducing from first week up to 6th week. So there are 6 times of minus 3, which means 6 into minus 3. Therefore, water level decreases for 6 weeks equal to 6 into minus 3, which is equal to 18 inches. Hence, the decrease of water level is equal to 18 inches. Next question number 14. An integer divided by 7 gives a result minus 3. What is that integer? To find the answer for this question, let us take the unknown value as x. By the given problem, the unknown x is divided by 7 and gives minus 3. To cancel 7 in left side, multiply by 7 on both the sides. 7 is getting cancelled as 7 is divided by 7 is equal to 1. Therefore, the integer x is equal to minus 3 into 7, which is equal to minus 21. Hence, minus 21 is the required integer. Next, question number 17. If p is equal to minus 15 and q is equal to 5, find p minus q is divided by p plus q. By substituting the value of p and q, we are going to find the value of p minus q is divided by p plus q. Consider at first minus 15 minus 5, both are having negative sign. It should be added, and in minus 15 and plus 5, both the numbers are having alternative sign. It should be subtracted. Therefore minus 20 is divided by minus 10. On both numerator and denominator the numbers are having minus sign. That minus can be cancelled, and by dividing 20 by 10 we get 2. Which is the required answer. From a water tank, 100 liters of water is used every day. After 10 days, there is 2000 liters of water in the tank. How much water was there in the tank before 10 days? According to the problem, water used for 1 day is 100 liters. Therefore, water used for 10 days is equal to 100 in 10 times 100 into 10, which is equal to 1000 liters. After 10 days, water left in the tank is equal to 2000 liters, which is given in the question itself. To get the initial amount of water, we have to add these two amount of water, which is 2000 liters plus 1000 liters is equal to 3000 liters. Therefore, initially amount of water will be 3000 liters. Let us move to the next question. Question number 20. A dog is climbing down into a well to drink water. In each jump, it goes down 4 steps. The water level is in 20th step. How many jumps does the dog take to reach the water level? According to the problem, the water in the well is at 20th step. For each jump, the dog goes low 4 steps. To get the answer, we have to divide 20 by 4. Dividing 20 by 4, we get 5. Therefore, number of jumps the dog to reach the water is equal to 5 jumps. Let's see the question number 21. Kannan has a fruit shop. He sells 1 dozen banana at a loss of ₹2 each because it may get rotten next day. What is his loss? Let's see the solution of this problem. 1 dozen banana is equal to 12 bananas, which we know very well. He sells 1 banana at a loss of ₹2. For 12 bananas, 2 rupee 12 times, which is equal to ₹24. Hence, he lost ₹24 by selling 1 dozen bananas. Match the given statements. Question number 1 comes under the closure property of addition. Question number 2 comes under the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Question number 3 comes under the property of additive identity. Question number 4 comes under the commutative property of multiplication. And the question number 5 refers the multiplicative identity. Look at the answer carefully and take it down in your classwork notebook. Next question is true or false. Question number 1. The sum of a positive integer and a negative integer is always positive integer, which is false. Question number 2. The sum of two integers can never be a 0, which is false. Question number 3. The product of two negative integers is a positive integer, which is true. Next, question number 4. The quotient of two integers having opposite sign is a negative integer, which is true. And question number 5. The smallest negative integer is -1, which is false. At first, we are going to see a diagram in exercise number 5.3. Draw a line segment of given length and construct a perpendicular bisector using scale and compass. By using the scale and pencil, draw a line segment. Mark a point on it and name it as O. Using a compass with a pencil, measure 4 cm. Draw arcs of 4 cm with O as center. And name the intersecting point as A and B. With the measurement of more than half of 8 cm, draw arcs as shown in the video. Now mark the intersecting point as C and D. By using a scale, connect those 2 points. CD is the required perpendicular bisector of 8 cm. This is the required diagram of perpendicular bisector of 8 cm. Next, in exercise number 5.4, construct the following angles and draw an angle bisector using scale and compass. Here we are going to draw the bisector of an angle 60 degree. By using a scale, draw a line segment of any measurement. And mark the point as O. With the compass and pencil, take the measurement more than half of the line segment. Then draw a semicircle like this. With the same measurement, we have to draw an arc like this. And mark the intersecting point. By using a scale, join the intersecting point with the point O. This is the angle of 60 degree. Now we are going to draw the bisector of 60 degree. With the same compass, take the measurement of more than half of the arc of 60 degree. And then draw arcs like this as shown in the video. Now mark the intersecting point and join the point with the point O. This line is the required angle bisector of angle 60 degree. This angle bisect the angle of 60 degree with the equal measurement of 30 degree. This diagram is the required diagram of angle bisector of angle 60 degree. Next, in exercise number 5.5, we are going to construct the following angle using scale and compass only. Here we are going to construct 90 degree. For constructing 90 degree, first we have to draw a line segment of any measurement and mark a point A on it. With the measurement of more than half of the line segment as radius and the point A as center, draw a semicircle like this. With the same measurement, we have to draw two arcs like this as shown in the video. Mark the intersecting point as A, B and C. With the measurement of more than half of the arc BC, we have to draw two arcs like this as shown in the video. Mark the intersecting point and connect the intersecting point with the point A. This line segment is the required line segment to make the angle 90 degree. This is the required diagram of constructing angle 90 degree.